I will lift up my hand to you. I will lift up my voice to you and sing a victory song to you. Great and mighty is who you are. Nobody like you. Nobody like you. Nobody like you. Hello, everyone. We bless the name of the Most High God for today, for another opportunity for you to see my face, and I know that you are there. Thank you very much. And I'll just start by appreciating everyone. Ola Joseph, thank you. That was thoughtful of you to drop by to check on me today. Yourself and your beautiful wife, Happiness. The Lord bless you. I really appreciate. David Olariwaju joined. Derek Kwane, thank you. Absolute Adeyinka Emmanuel, thank you. Bori Lavo, God bless you. Last Sunday, Yusuf, thank you. My mommy, Pastor Ronke Erikigo, thank you, ma. Undubisi, God bless you. Remi Hassan, bless you. Olaitomoni Sola, God bless you. My pastor, ma, God bless you. Ronke Onokoya and Omoni Atilola, thank you. Onosoya Bangoshe, I am Bimbolu Adetutu, thank you. Mercy Sunday, Oluwatowo Kenny, God bless you. I really appreciate you for your consistency. I thank you for your love. I thank you for all that you've for standing by me. Thank you, everyone. Titilayo Oloyede Kazim, thank you. Iconize, Miko, thank you. Utayo Lutayo, thank you. Tonight I'm doing a double screen. I'm live on my YouTube page and I'm live on the Facebook. And by the grace of God, next week I'm going to be live as well on Instagram because some of my followers on Instagram feels left out. So I really appreciate everyone. So I'll be looking into two computers this night, and by next week I'll just be turning around. I appreciate everyone for standing by me. Hello, my beautiful pastor. Thank you. Gumola Omogolane. I'm fine. This is the Wise Builders in case you're new on this platform. And my name is Olakwa Guradeni. But if you are one of my supporters and followers, I really appreciate you. I thank the Lord for the grace of God upon your lives and over my lives. And I thank God for the opportunity He has given us, to be alive. We are not taking it for granted. Anytime you find yourself in the waking up, you have because that's the best blessing God can give anyone, the gift of life. And if the Lord blesses you with good health as well, we have all causes to glorify the name of the Most High God. Thank you, Nkiba Medele. I love you. Just to appreciate you openly. You taught it to come and say hello to your mama today. That was a wonderful service. And I appreciate your family for standing by me, even in thick and in thin. The Lord bless you and reward you. I just want to appreciate everyone. Thank you very much as we are going to go live now. Thank you. Nobody like Jehovah God. Father, we thank you. I appreciate everyone. And as I go on this night, I have a live scenario that I'm going to read out to us. My WhatsApp, I've tried to download or request a WhatsApp on the phone line in case you're joining us for the first time, or if you're returning, the number to call in if you want to call in this night is 074-280-72162. No one is embodiment of knowledge. And I know a lot of people are out there that the Lord has blessed with one wisdom or the other, or you've witnessed things like this. The topic, I'm going to read out the scenario for us this night. It generated a lot of, not really controversy, interest and insight from men of God. And on the platform, I'm on few pastors' platform that I posted it. There was a lot of comments on WhatsApp and the discussion, which I liked. And at some point, I stayed back to find out what is going on. So if the Lord has blessed you, you've seen where it's worked or where it has been at a disadvantage, please give us a shout out and call us. And you can try the WhatsApp. I pray it's working. I tried to download it today. This couple, the scenario as I go straight to the point or the business of the night. This couple have dated or courted for 8 months. When I say all protocols also observed, the man now is refusing to propose marriage, so to say. He says he's still watching and praying. Bible says we have to watch and pray. So it's very good for you when you watch and pray, but the man is still watching and praying. And when the man is taking forever to watch and pray, God will help us. Sometimes it's difficult for men to make up their minds on things. But this particular guy said he's still watching and praying. The lady is losing patience and she's losing other suitors. As we all know, a man can marry at 50 and at 45, and the society, they frown at it, but not as bad as they do frown when it comes to a woman. So she says the woman didn't lie. She said the guy is good, though, but she wants him to propose to him. And I don't blame her. Sometimes we should stop being all this goody two-shoe Christian and try to pretend as if we've not passed through this situation. And that's what I find out, when you are in Christ or even when you are advanced in faith, we kind of look down on those coming on faith. And when they do things, we just totally assume, they are sinners or what they've done, something that is amiss. So this night, I want us to deliberate. Beg your pardon, I'm just positioning my other camera to see me very well. So what I want us to deliberate on this night is the fact that, is it okay for a Christian woman? So I'm going to title the broadcast this night, Can a Woman Propose Marriage to a Man? We are in a society that, etiquette, culture has dominated us, faith has dominated us. I'm a woman of faith, but I always face reality when it comes to reality. When we are giving such advice, a 22-year-old or a 24-year-old female might not see the reason why, she cannot court a man for 2 years because she's got time. I have few of them on my list, or that my church members, when I say to them, are you not ready for marriage? They are like, Pastor, I'm still young. Because even at that age, when I was in uni at that age, I always feel, I'm on top of the world, I'm pretty, I've got everything, I'm a lawyer, I was not even thinking about it. But you're talking to me at 24 to come and marry for what? I feel I don't have the experience. So we are not talking about young ones. Even generally, we'll talk about it, but I'm just trying to say the difference between a 32-year-old and a 22-year-old is massive. It's a 10-year window gap. So a 32-year-old woman does not have time to muck about. She doesn't have time. Whether you're a Christian, let's forget about whether you're a Christian or you are not in faith. Either Christian or not, everyone wants to marry. So if a 32-year-old is in a relationship, for example, for 8 good months, and the guy, I was talking to some people today, there's a difference between, and I'm going to try and explain for some of us that do not know the difference between courtship and dating. Dating is when a guy asks you out for the first time, and you go on a date, maybe cinema, you go for ice cream, just your first date, that's dating. dating should not last more than 3, maximum 4 datings before the guy that is serious and he intends to, because there's no friendship between a man and a woman. Let's be very realistic. There's no friendship between a man and a woman. The only friendship is if a man asks you out. So if a man comes to you in the first instance to say, oh, can I go on a date with you? That means he's interested in you. Yeah, but he wants to see you. He wants you to hang out. He wants to know the kind of person, your mindset, and, you know, the bit of body chemistry, intellect, and everything. So you go out and you meet this guy, and both of you hang out. The first time, if he doesn't ask you out the second time, possibly he's not interested. So we are going to deliberate this now. Please give me a call on 074 280 72162. If you're on WhatsApp, try it on WhatsApp. Try that number on WhatsApp. You can add it to your WhatsApp and see if you can comment. For the sake of those that are abroad, you know, it's cheaper and it's free. Hi, Omoni, God bless you. So what we're trying to say is courtship. If a man takes you out, you court a man, dates you, there's nothing stopping a woman. The society frowns at it, but if a man asks you on the first time, he might be ashamed, or between dating and courtship. So this, as much as all the ministers of God were attacking this woman for asking if she can propose, what we've forgotten is they are courting already. So I personally, and I throw it open, I don't see any reason whatsoever why this woman's time must be wasted and the guy is not proposing. If we look at the church today, and if you look at the population of women versus men, we have almost ×7 number of men. You know, there's shortage of men. That doesn't mean we're saying that women have to be desperate. But what I'm trying to say is, if we look at churches today, there was a sister that was talking to me some years ago, a renowned church, and she was there, and there was this guy that's asked her out, and then they were courting, and suddenly after 6 months or so, there was another sister that came into the church, and suddenly this, like I said, don't mind me looking, I've got 2 cameras on, I'm on YouTube as I'm on Facebook. So there was this woman that came to church, and the guy eventually dumped her and said she's not the will of God and picked on another one. You know, that such things happen nowadays. I'm not necessarily in the churches, but I'm just trying to say a woman of faith. So once why are we castigating a lot of people? I'm going to read out few comments from men and women of God that inboxed me about this, you know, which I felt it was really good. At some point I stayed and I was watching and I was reading and I was laughing, which was good. Because sometimes we over-Christianize things and we make things more difficult. Yeah, the Bible says clearly that he that findeth a wife findeth a good thing and obtaineth favor of the Lord. We all know that. But this particular man had already found her. That's my contention, which nobody pointed out. That's why I went in the story of courtship and dating. Dating is him asking you how few times, let me see if our body chemistry. After they've already done that together, then the next stage is they now want to start courting. Then the guy says, I like you. I kind of like everything about you. Can we start going out? That is when it's courtship. Then you really want to know yourself. With dating, you don't need no strings attached. You go for cinema. No, you don't need any. There's nothing. And please shout out to our ladies. Stop dating a man and messing yourself about with a man. When a man dates you, go for lunch, go for ice cream, go to the cinema. Just make it polite. No touching, nothing. Just laugh, go have a good walk and everything. Go back home. But when he makes it, and by the way, marriage, you know, is honorable when your bed is not defiled. When you're not sleeping with each other. It's for your own dignity and respect. Anyways, so now when it goes to the next stage, which is courtship, now you can start, your expectation as a woman should run high. Don't allow any man to waste your time. You see things like that. How would a man, why would he court you for 18 months? What is he looking at? And for the sake of everyone that's listening, a Christian courtship should not last more than 6 months. Because if you're not careful, you start sinning, you start sleeping with yourself, and it's a sin, you're defiling your home. So between 3 months to 6 months is ideal. There's nothing, and that is the reason why nowadays you see a lot of immorality in churches, a lot of immorality outside there, because people are testing, they want to know, why would you court me for 8 months? What are you looking for that you have not seen? You have seen me, that period of courtship is when you should do your counseling. As at that time, once you know, you start praying about it. The next step, you speak to your pastors about it. That somebody has asked my hand, I'm dating somebody. You make sure that this person knows you're a responsible person. At that stage, you start playing your card very well. And as time goes on, you should speak to his parents. You should know his family. That's the time you know about the family. That's the time you know about his siblings, the kind of home, his education, where he works. And it's a period that you start talking about, the things you want, the kind of children, the work, but nowadays we just find out people fall in love and they fall out of love. And I was discussing with a gentleman last week. We were talking about difference between walking in love and falling in love. But that's for another day. What are we saying that is wrong with this woman? If anybody wants to call before I start reading out, it's 074 280 162. God bless Pastor Macabo. God bless you. We want to know, like I'm trying to say, the reality is most Christian women are not being asked by Christian men. You see some men out of immaturity, so that approached me about 2 years ago about our children and said to me that they don't know anything. They don't even know how to ask a woman out. And she said to me, Pastor, can you help me? They started coming to my house. How did daddy toast you that day? How did he ask her out? And what did you say? They're so immature. So, and I have them, some of them, pastors' children, we shield our children so much. But there's some basic life skills. There's some things that they ought to know or learn that sometimes they need mentors out there. If parents cannot mentor them, I think you should be able to mentor your children when they're getting 18 and above. You should be able to sit them down, tell them the right thing, how to dress, how to behave, what to expect in a man when a man asks you how. So we cannot just come up with this idea that, a lot of people have castigated me on this. Like I said, this is the way it has to be. God said, listen, there's no space in the Bible. There's nowhere in the Bible that God says a woman should not ask any man out. And that's it. I'm a very, very blunt person. I'm not here to make people like me or hate me, but I'm here to just divide the truth, the word of truth. And I love one man of God that gave himself as an example. He got to his stage, listen to me. When he said it in the pastor's forum, I'm like, oh my, and I know him here, but for the sake of I'm on here, I'm not going to mention his name. He said, my wife asked me out. And talking about a godly home, they've been married for about 20-something years. The first child has graduated from university as a lawyer. Very responsible woman, very responsible man. They are one of those couples that, you dove your heart for. He said, my wife asked me out. Possibly pastor that time was so naive, and then the woman asked him out. And that doesn't mean she did not abuse it. I know them. I didn't know until he said, I will not lie to you on the pastor's forum. I am an example, because I put it across at some point and I said, please, could anybody tell me what sin? Because all men of God were saying they say it's not right, it's not right. It's sometimes funny how we generalize things as a sin. Some of us have become God. When we make something a sin, yeah, it has its disadvantages. I will not say a woman should go all out. I'm kind of conservative when it comes to that, to ask a man's hand in marriage, but there are ways of doing it, which I'm going to take us through. In as much as if I see one that asks the man out, I will not blame you. I will not throw the stone. Because like we're saying, okay, thank you very much. I think we've got a call. Oh. Thank you. Hello. Hello. Hello, we can hear you. Speak on. Oh, sorry. Hello? Just keep on. Hello? All right, God bless you. Yeah.
I don't feel there's anything wrong with asking the guy out. Because let's get in mind, some guys are shy to do it. So the fact that the lady asked him out does not mean she's wrong. Because what thing we need to understand is, not everyone is as bold to speak up, to say, okay, the man idea, there are two things. Maybe is wasting the girl's time, and then the girl will be dating each other, and like she said, situation might be end up sitting with each other and the guy will say, okay, I'm not interested anymore. It's not working out, so let's go our separate ways. At the end of the day, the girl will do that on both sides.
True.
It's not, nothing happens again. The other people with the girl, there is nothing. So I don't see anything with the girl asking the guy, okay, what's the way forward? Is this thing needs to marry or anything, or she needs to propose? I think the guy is not good enough to do the proposal. So nobody should criticize me to say she's done something wrong. For me, I feel that's having bold enough to do what the man cannot do.
Can I ask you a question? Can I ask you a question, Ma? If you were in her shoes, would you ask your man out? In our shoes. Okay.
Because why, like you said, copying and dating is different.
Yes.
You should know the person you are copying. You should know if he's old enough to do the show. If he's not old enough to, then why not? I will ask you. Because at the same time, when he's copying this lady now, and he's not making any effort to do the first, to ask her a question, can you go? I'm sure people are coming by, and because he's thinking, oh, maybe one day there is future for both of us. Age is coming by, time is passing by, men are passing by, nothing. And how she comes to the social and things that are going to be there for the long run. And as we all know, women age is time.
I think that's the problem, because one thing we find we are refusing to acknowledge is the fact that women, the way age tick on a woman is different from, because childbirth, a man can father a child at any time. Women by 40 something nowadays, you enter menopause.
So I feel the men have done what she's done, what they're asking a man out in this generation of the that nothing is wrong with it. The man cannot do the job. Why not?
That's it. What? Yeah.
I'm sure they are living in a happy.
They are extremely, I know them. They are one of my local pastors. They are extremely happy running a ministry. You know, they're professionals, both of them. I won't say they're professional, but both of them high-paid professionals, you know, and they are doing good, godly children. But what I'm trying to say, thank you very much, Ma, for your support. One thing we don't find out, we are refusing to understand that other suitors are leaving. Listen, what does a man want to be checking in a woman for 8 months? That's why promiscuity abounds nowadays in the world today. And men are picking and jumping in women and saying we are not. I'm sure this man is only. This man, it's not serious. Very soon, this same man that we are talking will dump this woman and pick another woman and say we are not compatible. Why will you waste a woman's time for 8 months? I personally don't see what you should be looking for in a woman for 8 months. By 8 months, I'm not gone.
And that's the thing, because I know a friend of mine, she was copying a guy thinking, okay, something good might come out of it. And then the next thing, the guy said he's traveling, okay. And then she went somewhere, imagine you going to a salon to make your hair. And you found out that the person you are copying has gone to marry somebody else.
Can you imagine? Can you imagine? That's what we...
How do you expect the girl to see? What do you want her to do? So sometimes I think, sometimes Christian and our African parents tend to overgeneralize things, forgetting that we are not in the same area that they are.
Yeah, apart from that, I'm still going to go into it. That's it. I'm still going to go into it. It is scriptural. We've seen a woman in the Bible that she made all the advances for the man, and they were happy. She's one of the notable women in the Bible of the scripture. So if I don't see any reason why a man will be, you see, we're not saying, and for the sake of people listening to me, I'm not saying they have to marry within that 8 months. Why I'm talking of courtship, but within 8 months, you should make a proposal of marriage. You know, you're betrothed, both of you are dating, you're courting to marry. Your parents must know, maybe for one reason or the other, you're saving money for your marriage, or you want to finish your, there are several reasons, but everybody will know that this is your fiance or fiance, and that this is the person you're going to marry. But how can you be in a relationship, courtship? She's coming to your house, she's cooking for you, you are using her, she's doing everything for you, and you say you're not proposing. I believe the woman should propose. So thank you very much, my wonderful woman that called. Thank you. The Lord bless you. I really appreciate it. That's very insightful. Thank you. Thank you. Really appreciate it. That's a very good one. One of the things I want to say for a woman, even on the first date, There's this controversy whether even a woman can make the first advance. In this case, one thing we have to understand is the man had already even, if the man has gone out to ask her out, they're in a relationship. So I do not see any reason. If you are not proposing, I'll buy a ring to tell you, you have to marry me and propose to me. Take me to your, if not, then let me go my way. Why would you waste 8 months of my time? But let's now go on the flip side. For those that are coming to the first date, like the woman that called mentioned, our African origin faith does not make it look probable or look nice for us to do it, but it is doable. The only thing is it has disadvantages, because if you get a no, shame will kill you. So that's why you have to be careful. The first thing I feel you can do, instead of, actions sometimes speak louder than voice. And that's why I remember there was a time, one of my singles forum, and a man of God came. He was one of the guest ministers, and saw about 10 men, matured men, and saw some women about 8 and 9. He said, what are we still doing? What I want to hear now is this, wedding invitation, but it's a lie. They will tell me very soon, they will tell me we are not compatible. It's all a lie, because we are looking for perfection, and you are not perfect. So you cannot see perfection in any man born on a woman. And you build people, you build relationship, you work on relationship, you mold yourself. That's the essence of courtship. You tell each other your do's and don'ts, and fine-tune yourself. So talking about how a woman can make the first advance, what I will say from my own point of view is a woman should just make herself. When I was young, my pastor said something for us when we were still singles, and she said, you have to I cannot forget that you have to strategically position yourself. There's what is called strategic positioning. That's what I believe a Christian woman, true, the Bible says, he that findeth a wife findeth a good thing. But the Bible did not say, it's talking about a wife, not a proposer or suitor. It didn't say whether he was a woman like Ruth. And we're going to go to Ruth actually found a man, and she herself and Naomi, her mother-in-law, they positioned herself. She even went to the extent of sleeping on his under his legs, to make herself appealing to the man. Meanwhile, she'd already seen the man. The man had seen her. The man had been nice to her, but the man didn't make any proposal. And Ruth realized, and the mother-in-law taught her to say, what, Omo, the way you are going, you're going to be 40. Nobody's looking at you. So there's what is called strategic positioning, or to make yourself noticeable. A good scripture, apart from Ruth, and because I'm still going to read our Ruth to us, I'm going to speak about is the Song of Solomon, chapter 1 from verse 2. But particularly I'm reading about verse 7. It says, where do you tend your sheep? If you have your home Bible, it was talking about Solomon. A woman was asking him, where do you hang out? Where do you tend your sheep? Let me know. You have to position yourself. Try to find out where is that. Songs of Solomon, chapter 1, verse read from verse 2, but verse 7, I'm using verse 7. And the woman was asking, where do you tend your sheep? Young man now, I just noticed you in this church. Which salon do you go to? What are your friends? There's a way you can kind of, find out where does it hang up, and ask, you might take it, be careful. Don't say, hey, let's go for lunch, or because, Christianity, they will make you look cheap. But it's not about that. But if you see a man and both of you're in the choir, or you're in the same department, and things have been happening, you know that this man kind of, when he sees you, he's like soft. We just say, there's this new film that's out. Can we go for a movie? You take 2 or 3 people along. Don't make it look like it was only you. Just say, can we go out as a group? Just say things. Or if you know people that knows him, or, just find yourself befriending the person's friend. Like if James is the guy you're looking out for, go and be a friend to James' friend. And say, Pastor, I need prayers. And today they are married with a child. They are married. And she came to us like a year before they eventually married, Pastor, and she was in about 36 then. Pastor, there's this guy. I know he likes him, but the guy is not making proposal. His friend told me he's single, he's born again. His friend, the friends have tried to pair them together. But this man, there's some spiritual, they are too spiritual. They everything they know is the Bible, and they are going to be 40, they are not getting married. Some of them are shy. Some of them don't have experience. And this guy, join us in prayer. Join me in prayer. I was like, have you tried? He said, the friend have done everything, but the guy is not making proposal. Eventually, she became so close to the friend. She just knew she was angry. Now, thank God, after like a year, the guy eventually, they are happily married. I witnessed they're married and they've got a child. So what I'm trying to say is, sometimes you need to take the bull by the horn if you are not careful, especially if you're getting late in marriage. You're a mature woman, you're a career woman, and you find out that time is not on your side. If time is not on your side, me, I don't agree with you that you should date any man for 8 months or court any man. People will say they are dating you 8 months dating courtship. It's a lie. So the second thing I'm going to talk about is make yourself approachable. There's no point if a man is eyeing you. Some of us women, we all these goody two will not hand you anyway. That's why you are in your late 30s that you're not getting married. I'm telling you, if you know a man, when he's asking you, don't go with 2 of your friends, 3 of your friends, your first date. He said, can we hang out? Can we go coffee? You are thinking, yeah, me say and Sumba along. The man will be a shy man. Sometimes what we experience, the women experience, men don't experience. It's difficult for them. All of them, some of them are, they are good in this, their business. They can ask for women out. All those that we call Ogbologbo, those ones, they will talk to the Yemisi today, talk to Sumba tomorrow, talk to Diola tomorrow. No, we're not talking about those ones. But there are some that are well brought up that, they want their space. So once you're in the choir or in usher or in the church, they've seen you, make yourself approachable. Maybe you go out or, when everyone, or maybe you go somewhere and you see him, just walk alone. Let him even have the guts to say, Sister Funke, how are you? Your ministration today was lovely. So, oh, bless God. So you like it. You like it. Don't say, oh, thank you, and walk past. Meanwhile, you are dying, you are crying every night. Your prayer point, you're weeping on your pillow that God give me bone of my bone. Where will it come? Is it angel that you want to marry? Immediately, I've told lady, oh, your hair is nice. Oh, thank you. Don't say, really? What you mean, really? Don't you know your hair is nice? Oh, thank you. So you like it. I love your ministration. So the man too looks like she's digging. Sometimes there was a woman that shared her testimony with me. In her church, she was there for 2.5 years. The man that married her was in her church, and the man thought she was married because she's a mature woman. I don't know where, devil has a way of confusing people. The man thought she was married. The man did not propose to her until one time, thank God for insight of pastor to say, Brother Lagbaja sees Sister Lagbaja. Is she not married? She's not married though. Sometimes what you're looking for outside is right there in front of you. Just make yourself approachable. That's what I'm trying to say. I know God has a part in our romance, but sometimes it's not all the time that God will come and pick for you. So I'm going to read out some of the comments some of my pastor friends wrote out. The one I'm going to read most is the one from the man of God that said he was a living example and that there's nothing wrong with any man. I asked the question it went on, and some man of God said we should read Isaiah 1-3, and that is capitally wrong. It's a shame for a lady to propose to a man. The Bible says, "You find a wife, find a good thing, obtain favor." Proverbs 10:18-22. But this man of God says and answered them to say, "Permit me to say that we all have to learn and relearn. Sometimes it's what we know that's clogging our brain, and we're in advance. So there's a lot of women." A mature woman, like I'm saying to you, a 30-something-year-old woman is more desperate than 20-something-year-old. So I asked a question. I said, the question I want to ask is, what sin has a woman committed if she proposed to the man? So, and I explained about there are instances where a woman proposed to the man and both of them are faithful to their marriage. And the man answered, he said, there's no sin in this. I have nothing to hide. The pastor said, I'm an example. My wife came to meet me and we are happily married. So I told him, yes, because I know them. So, all these things are there. And for us to know that these things, there's nothing, no hard and fast rule about it. A man of God, Pastor Richie said, it is thought-provoking one. And he said it could be answered in many ways. I don't think God will count it a sin if a woman did propose to a man. These are realistic pastors. You know, the Bible has said that for this reason, a man shall leave his father and mother and be joined to his wife. So, you know, the aspect he brought it from, a man will leave his father and will join to his wife. So we are not interested in who spoke to each other first. The most important thing is a godly home, you know. Bible also says you find a wife presupposing that a man must do the finding, which we are talking. In this instance, I do not see any reason why that woman should not propose, you know. But it may be important to know why the man has not proposed. Is it that he's shy? Is it that he's not ready? Or is it that he's just taking her for granted? I think it's important for us to know, which is a very good thing he brought up, whether the man is shy, whether for one reason or the other is not prepared. And the last one I'm going to read is from Reverend Keshinro. Is in Nigeria, one of my pastor friends. He said, yes, she can, but stylishly. And that tallies with what I prepared. Stylishly and wisely, just like Ruth did to get the attention of Boaz. That's why I said I'm going to go back to Ruth because it's one of my case study as well. Sometime later, that's the scripture, you know, that Ruth, that's Ruth chapter 3, 1 to 14. Because of time, I will not read it. But Ruth actually said, I'm going to read from some verse. During the night, he woke up suddenly. You know, when Boaz had finished eating, you know, Naomi had already prepped Ruth to tell him about this handsome rich man of her kinsmen, that after your husband has died, this man, you know, you should go to him. So Naomi is a mature woman in the Lord, and she knows that, listen, Ruth, for you to win the heart of this man, the man probably was too busy. And he thought, in actual fact, he was not the next one in line. So I'm sure the man had even that's a very good one. He's already shadowed Ruth. I'm like, this Ruth is fine. For Maria, but I still have another kinsman. It's not my own duty. Unknown to him, he didn't know what the Lord was preparing. But Naomi, so women, don't mislead your children. No? Don't mislead them. If they are over 25, 27, 28, hey, men are not asking them out. I'm not saying they should go out and start updating a man. No. Listen to what I've said before you start quoting me that Pastor D is the one that said women should start chasing men up. Don't chase men about, because if they give you shiko on the head and they refuse you, you will not like yourself. All I'm saying is strategically position yourself. So then the evening, now listen, this evening it will be threshing the barley. So wash yourself, put on some perfume, and get dressed in your best clothes. That's Naomi prepping Ruth. Then go where he's threshing, but don't let him know you are there on leave. Make sure the guy is alone, is completely relaxed after his ministration in church, and you just go, can we just walk to the station together? You know, that's it. Or get another sister, another brother to walk together. But during the time you're walking, you're talking, and instead noticing you, maybe it's a large crowd church, and he doesn't know you are there. So then go where he's threshing, but don't let him know you are there until he has finished eating and drinking. Be sure to notice where he lies down. And after he falls asleep, go and leave the covers and lie under at his feet. He will tell you what to do. And after that, you know, Ruth did everything. When Boaz opened his eyes and saw her, he was scared. And when Boaz had finished eating and drinking, and he was good mood, he went to the pile of barley and lay down to sleep. Ruth slipped over quietly, lifted the covers. You see, you have to do it quietly. You don't want disgrace for yourself. Look at the best time, look for the best atmosphere. And if he's going to tell you no, it will be only you and him. There's no harm in trying. You have just tried your best. At least you will not start infatuating or burning at home and start thinking, that man, if I do it. If you think the man, you know, sometimes you think there's a man and he's shy. And he did it quietly, lifted the covers and lay down at his feet. During the night, he woke up suddenly, turned over, and was surprised to find a woman lying at his feet. He said, "Who are you?" he asked. "It's Ruth, sir," she answered. "Because you are a close relative, you are responsible for taking care of me." Can you hear that? Ruth took the horn by. How are you going to look at me? Me and my mother-in-law is bone to bone. There's nothing that will happen. I need somebody in this family to take care of me. And the man went ahead. So she said, "Please marry me." And the man said, it's not in a position, blah, 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 blah. He's going to look for the next one that should do it. And eventually that next one said he doesn't want Ruth. And that's it. That's our Ruth. Can you imagine if she's not taking that first step? So there are people that are saying it's not right. You know, there's some exceptional cases. Like I said, Ruth is a mature woman. She was a widow. And with her status and condition, she just had to, you know, and you don't need to be desperate. In our own case, start from Ruth chapter 1, you know, but we're just using her as an example, you know. So when you look at things like this, you have to look and know that sometimes, you know, you can take the initiative, especially when a man is not making the initiative. If anybody wants to call us, 07428072162, you know, it's traditional for a man to ask a woman out. That is what we know. That is what should be. But that is not why a lot of people are out there today. They are not married because women are afraid of taking the first step. And that's the question I ask men of God is, has she committed any sin? If I know the man is just being shy, and we're close to ourselves, you can position yourself, you can make yourself noticeable instead of roosting and roasting yourself and fantasizing about a man that doesn't care about you, or a man that maybe is afraid of you or doesn't know how to start. But you can just, what's happening to you? And you know, give him. There's some responses that you give a man. How are you? Oh, I'm very well. How are you too? It's been a long time. Just try and prolong this conversation a bit, and the man will take interest in you. If our ladies are doing this, then they won't be using them and dumping them. And I say it, any woman that a man is asking and you go there to open your legs, you're a fool. You are a fool because he's going to use you and dump you. When we're talking of courtship, I'm talking of Christian courtship, not you messing about, but you getting to know yourselves, you know, give it a go. There's no harm in trying. Like I said, the only disadvantage is you could get no for an answer and you could get embarrassing. It's rejection. We don't like, and that's why a lot of women will not do it. Because when modern day women, let me tell you something, especially older women, if you don't like your position, if you're in church now, or people that you know, and with the question I asked them, okay, what about all these men, even so-called Christian, that folks ask is where we find the good thing, obtain favor of the Lord, that they find and they are battering their women and they are treating them badly. You know, we should, there's nowhere, and I had asked the question that nobody answered. Thanks, Sister Womlady Fabrics. Thank you. Hello, Pastor. Hello. How are you? There's nowhere in the Bible that says it's a sin. So we shouldn't. And the question I ask is, okay, if this woman proposes and this man accepts her proposal and they get happily married, raise godly children, made everyone together, is she going to go to hellfire because she proposed to her husband? No. We're not talking about promiscuity now. We're talking about what is needful. What is needful? Especially if you know that for some reason, like this man, he's just dragging his feet on the floor and he's not serious, he's shy, he doesn't know what to do. Please, by all means, make the first advance. Like I said, there's embarrassment. If you know you don't like rejection, most women doesn't like rejection, you know. And on the first date, there was a question that asked that on the first date, who pays the bill? Please, if you ask a man out, he must pay the bill for the first time. Even if you ask him that, shall we go and hang out? Yeah, the second time, courtesy, you might just say, oh, I'll pay the bills. Or not that necessarily I'll pay the bills, you know. But you can just say, oh, you know, I've ordered the tickets, let's go, and things like that. If it's a man, he's going to accept you. If it's not a man, you know, men that are not a man will always look for a reason to find fault with everything. So when you see those ones, just pick on your race. So, like I said, embarrassment, rejection, humiliation makes it sound worse because no woman wants to be embarrassed. We don't want to be humiliated. We don't want to feel bad. So on the note of rounding up, there's no one calling on this topic. I say, and my point is, there's no problem whatsoever why a woman cannot ask a man out, you know, but do it with more body language, with verbal. Don't say, can you go out with me? You have ruined your own case. You have finished your life. The man will think you're you are you are ogologo, as in you're a common dog. All you have to just say, oh, there's this restaurant somewhere. Does anybody fancy meal? Share yourself, make yourself noticeable, make yourself attractive. Just do things that the man will notice you. Stop dying in silence there. Let him know that there's someone that dig you. I dig you and you dig me. And you find that some men need somebody to initiate. They're awkward sometimes, especially when they see big ladies, big girls, as in mature women that's established. They're like, what if I have myself attractive or noticeable? Then the man will take the first lead and things will happen. So I think that is my own take on this. And I'll say to this woman, if a man is asking you, you are courting him for 8 months. No man will court me for 8 months. Thank God I don't have girls' children. You can't court my own daughter for 8 months. If you date yourself for a few months, see her. If you go on the first day, second day, third day, by the third date, a serious-minded man. Because remember, he's always looking at you. So if he has the guts to say, can we go out on a date? He's watching you, you're talking. Second date, you go for cinema. Third date, you go for ice cream. You go for a walk, Then I think after that time, he should be able to say, I want us to start going out. That is when courtship now starting. There has to be that proposal. So, but if a woman should not. The only thing you can't force a man to love you. You can't force him to propose to you to say, but what you can do is that first date, you go out, you see that he likes you. If you wait a week or two, he's not proposing second day, you can say, oh, can we go for shopping? There was this new ice cream joint. Can we go together? If he agrees, then he likes you, fancy you. Then you go there. Then the third one, you make sure that is longer. Okay, somebody is saying something. Thank you. Special. I was already watching one other. Then clearly God speaks. We'll listen to this. Maybe there may be something for a man as well. Men are sometimes really blind. It's believed but not seen in the other. Thank you very much. Yeah. Especially I was already watching on one other. Yeah. You see, sometimes men will be watching some other woman. And I remember there was a case when I was in uni about one lady that was already, the man was trying to cut her and she was doing, and another friend came and saw, they are getting married till tomorrow. That's why some of us are giving our food to Olombo, to pussycat. As in the food you're supposed to eat, you're giving it to your pussycat because you're not serious. Yeah, woman, I'm fine. You're fine. By the time you're 30, your time is no longer on your side. So a woman should make yourself attractive, rightfully, like I said, strategically position yourself. Oh, don't be a talkative, but when we are talking, hello, brother, Ifeanyi, how are you? How's your work? Fine. Then if you see Brother Ifeanyi's friend, go and be a friend to Brother Ifeanyi. How are you? And everything. Where does Brother Ifeanyi? From there, you. But if you try that the first time, the guy is not gelling. Second time, not gelling. Then move on. You know that it doesn't fancy you. But if Brother Ifeanyi looks there and say, okay, let's go, Sister Funke. All right, how are you? Shall we go to the cinema? You know that your pakute or your trap has already caught a meat. Then you position yourself. Remember, be discreet, be decent. Don't mess about. You're a child of God. Remember who you are, but strategically position. Give attention to yourself, but not too much. Nice perfume, not overdo things. Nice hair. Be simple. Talk to him about what he wants. And make sure the conversation is long. You prolong the day. As long as he's happy to stay with you, he's interested. The second outing, if he's not proposing, propose. Maybe he's thinking, Sister Sozo doesn't like me. Or you say, oh, how are you? I've not heard from you. And just checking on you. Yeah, and he replies you to say, I'm fine. Shall we go out? Yes. And go out. After the third one, a serious-minded man. Men, if you're listening to me out there, you are not serious. If you see a woman you like, you're not proposing. Propose. The worst is you will say no. Out of all these things, all I always say to people is the worst thing that will happen is there will be a no. No does not kill. Then you keep quiet there and thinking it's coming for me. Every night you are smooshing yourself on the pillow and your pillow is cold and you are crying and praying to God, God, give me the bone of my bone. It's right in front of you. If he's blind, open his eyes. So the man that find a wife, find it a good thing. We know that in Proverbs, and obtain favor from the Lord. So I believe this woman should make proposal. And if, like the person that called in, if you're dating me for 8 months, I'm only joking. I will not go and buy a ring. But I will say to you, oh, Mr. Ifeanyi, listen, I don't know why Ifeanyi is the topic this night. Some days I will pick Tuji. Some days it's Mr. Tombo, but this night is Mr. Ifeanyi. I hope there's no Mr. Ifeanyi online. Oh. So you think I'm asking you out. God bless you. So all you have to say is, Mr. Ifeanyi, listen, Ifeanyi, we've been in this thing for about 6 months. I think I like you, and I want this to proceed to the next level. Why are you not proposing marriage to me? I don't have time to waste. And if he's telling you, I'm still watching and praying, the prayer you have not prayed 6 months, God, you are still praying to God and watching somebody. What you are looking for is a fault. And that's what such men do. Eventually, they'll find a fault and say, God showed me something that you are not my wife. I'm moved. What about the 8 months of my life at 32 or 31 that you wasted? So it's not on. So I feel this man should take the bull by the bull by the horn and say to him, are we on or we are not on? Are we planning marriage? Yes, we are planning. Let's start moving. Let's speak to pastor. Let's start counseling, dating, and like I said to you, a Christian marriage, a Christian courtship should not be more than 6 months. Otherwise, you start sinning, start sleeping with yourself and pretending to pastor. And remember, God sees you. God sees you. So it's better for you to cut 3 months and go for the thing and get married so you can legalize your sleeping together than you now sleeping with a man behind curtain and he don't pay you. So the Lord will bless you. This night, I'm going to quickly talk about my single and searching. My list keeps increasing. And when I'm then I'm giving you a list of people. These are serious-minded people. Like I said, I have a 38-year-old handsome lecturer, male, that's looking for a wife. A God where he is where he serves, where he's worshiping and serving God is a kind of small place. So, and I've said to him, just be faithful and continue where you are. The Lord will bring the right person. So I'm shouting out loud. There's a gentleman from Nigeria that inboxed me that is interested, about 36. I've forgotten to write his profile. The only problem is I need to vet them, and I don't know how I'm going to vet him in Nigeria. So, but I'll try and see what I can do. I've got this 38-year-old guy, lecturer. So if you're out there, like I said to you, if you are waiting for God to come and drop a man on your bed, sometimes if you're in that age group, contact me. I will speak to you. I will speak to the man. I will take it from there, and the Lord will help you. The second thing, there's a woman. She's 30-year-old. She's single woman. She's out there. There was a woman that saw my sister this week. Can you imagine? Is a woman that said to my sister, my 23-year-old daughter, I want to fix her. These are women. He said, she's just coming out of uni. I don't have a child. He said, you hold that one at 24. I got her married. She's happily married. I don't have daughter that will be pretending. He said, I see a lot of women out there and they are pretending their mother think they are virgin and they sleep with any man out there. What's the essence? So if such woman, when sister came to me and said, oh, this is the profile of 23-year-old, the mother actually, if you know any godly child, God-fearing child from a good home, please, I want my daughter to be married happily. Thumbs up to that woman. Thumbs up. They gave me the profile and even a picture. I've got a picture. I'm going to speak to her before linking her with somebody. So I've got a 23-year-old lady in Nigeria. She's a nurse, just coming out of university, from a responsible parent. The mother is there and she said, I don't want anybody sleeping with my daughter. So I'd rather fix her up, than people messing her about. Maybe our society will frown and will laugh, but we do things that's the problem I have with Christianity nowadays. We are quick to judge other people, but we do worse under the same. So let's anybody that wants to propose, just get married and stop sleeping about. Stop all this promiscuity. Then there's another 36-year-old man in UK here. He's a Catholic with your pastor, and he said to me, it's not, he just goes to church, his pastor doesn't know. When you are not really no per se, I want people that are checkable. So there's a 33-year-old man, 51-year-old pastor. I spoke to him. I was given his number by his very good friend, and I spoke to him. He's a very mature man, and he's in UK here. That he needs a wife. There's this 46-year-old single lady. As a matter of fact, I'm trying to link the two of them, but I've not had time to really speak to the lady because when I called her today, she was at work. So in case somebody else likes this 51-year-old pastor, please go for him. It's somewhere, I won't say, it's in UK here, Southeast, and he's serving God there. I've not met him in person, but I've interviewed him last Saturday. 46-year-old single, 30-year-old single, and a 32-year-old lady. So please, if you know anyone that wants any of these godly women or men, please inbox me. Don't go and put your profile on Facebook page to tell me that, Pastor, I need husband. Me, I will just delete you. There's a way of doing things discreetly, either finding a wife, if God has given you the grace. I have a lot of young 25, 24, 23 as well that are looking, but for those ones, they're not desperate. So I'm not even making hard for them. But I would rather they settle quickly than start hopping on beds and pretending that they're still marketable. It's best thing, when you marry early, catch them young, preserve yourself. There's so much dignity in it. As many people you sleep with before you're married, you have a lot of things to contend in your marriage, foundational problems. So try as much as possible to look for a man. If you're a single woman, check people's profile out. If he's a man or a woman that you know that you're ready to move on, especially second chance people, as in maybe you're a divorcee or a widow or a widower, or there's some unfortunate women that suffer domestic. There's a young woman that I know, that very good woman. She married the wrong guy, and domestic violence and everything. So she's out of the marriage. Would you say such person should not marry? She has to remarry. So the Lord will bless you. I just want to use the opportunity to thank everyone. I've not had time to go on my Facebook page to appreciate all the comments. I'm going to reply all the comments this night. I thank you for looking out for me. I thank you for all your prayers. I thank you for your words of comfort and your prayer, because today marks 20 years, 20 years, 2 years that I lost my darling husband. God has been faithful, and we pray that his soul continue to rest in peace. God has been faithful. He's kept me. He's kept the children. So I really appreciate everyone. Thank you very much for your love. Your labor of love over me will not be in vain. The Lord will keep you. The Lord will bless you. And before I leave this night, I just pray for you. If you're married, that your home will continue to stand on the solid rock of Christ. If you are looking for the bone of your bone or the flesh of your flesh as you're praying, let me know. Don't be shy. I don't have time. Let me tell you, one of the things I don't do is I don't have time. I don't have time. So if you know it's something you want, don't think I'll be chasing you around. When I spoke to the pastor, he was trying to form. I said, Pastor, listen, they passed me your number because they told me that you are looking for a woman. There's somebody I have that I want to introduce to you. Are you ready or not? And he started saying, I don't have time. I'm not collecting money. People do matchmaking for money. This is a vision God has given me, because there are men somewhere, there are women, godly, all serving the Lord, praying. But there are men and women. All we need to do is open our eyes. Open your eyes, pick the right choice, make yourself accessible. If it's a man, go forward. Stop being shy. Stop being shy. You're a man. Take the ball by the horn. Ask the woman out. Send her a test. Do you want to go for cinema? Do you want to go for a movie? Let's hang out. If you gel, you go out. If you don't gel, it's not everybody that Mommy, I love your swag. I got swag. Thank you, Karen. God bless you. God bless you, Pastor Titus. God bless you, sir. So what I'm trying to say is, let us make the world a better place. God has not intended for it. It's the will of God for any man and a woman to be married. All we have to do is ask the Lord for the best one. So once you see, and one of the things I say is, go and see yourself first. When you see yourself, find out before you start praying. Do I like him? Do we gel a bit? Then start praying and let lines fall into place. Eventually, if it's not all everybody you see that you go out with, and if you don't gel, just dump him. But do it well. Don't sleep around. Keep yourself pure and holy, and the God of peace will abide with you. Courtship doesn't mean that you have to open your leg. And if a man doesn't give you a ring, you're sleeping with him, you're a fool. You're the greatest fool, because he's going to dump you and he's going to use it against you and he's going to respect you. You cannot use sex to tie a man down. I've told my singles that several times. You can never use a sex. Your sexuality should be kept. Let him desire you. Let him, maybe I'm going to treat that. Let him look forward to your wedding day. Do everything to have you. And from that day, he's going to cherish you. Before I go this night, the God of peace will abide with you. I really appreciate you. I thank everyone for the time. The same video is on my YouTube page, and next week, by the grace of God, as I'm doing this live, I'm going to be live on Instagram as well. The Lord of peace will abide with you. Have a good night. Tolakwa Goradini says, thank you very much for your love. Everyone that's reached out to me today, I appreciate you. Thank you. The Lord bless you. Have a sweet and wonderful night rest. The Lord keep you and make his face to shine upon you. Thank you.